Hey guys, this is Amy with Stick with the Plant. Today we're in Savannah, Georgia, right on the river, talking about tradition. Stay right here. So glad you joined me here in Savannah. We're talking about tradition. I was reading recently where someone said, a tradition, a family tradition comes right out of a heart that just had a really good experience. And I thought, that's so true. Things that we continue to do from generation to generation, came out of a great experience we all had together. Now, in my family, we were always going to Hilton Head every summer. That was our vacation. And then, when I married my husband Jay, his family, they loved Hilton Head, so we continued that tradition. And one night out of the vacation, Jay's mom, Marianne, would always schedule all of us with a reservation to go over to Savannah to walk around and go to Tabby Island and go to the Crab Shack. And it was so funny because every year we all like to complain about it. We don't want to go. We don't want to waste the time driving all the way from the beach over there, and everyone whined about it. But she went to heaven about 2 years ago, and we've had 2 vacations without her, and we miss her so much. But you know what we want to do? We all say, we got to go to Savannah. we want to keep that tradition alive. We don't complain about the drive anymore. We're not worried about how long it takes. We want to do it because it was birthed out of fond memories together. And I was thinking, in our life and with our children, we have to continue good traditions with them. Now, I heard I was with a minister, and he was talking about his grown children were having trouble. And I thought, well, at least they know how to pray. And he said, you know what, I don't really know if they do. And I thought, oh my goodness, you had that time with them and you didn't get to teach them. So I made a point with our children, they're gonna know how to pray. So I just took this time, a minute every day it takes us from our driveway all the way out to the end of our street. It's about a minute and a half. And we just pray together and we thank God. It comes just as easy now as it does when you pray for a meal. One day my sister jumped in the car with us and we were out of town together, and my kids were in the back seat, but they already had that tradition in their heart. At the first minute we're in the car, we thank God, we pray. And so they just begin to pray without me even saying anything. And I remember my sister Jenny looked at me and said, what are they doing? I said, oh, we pray the first minute. And when we were all going to a wedding, and when we were in the wedding, someone needed a healing. And she said, do you need healing? You need God to heal you? She said, I'll tell you what, you need to go sit out in the car with Amy and her children for just 1 minute. That first minute, she said, you'll feel the presence of God. But I'm so thankful, even if I'm not around, my children will know that tradition. They'll know they need to pray every day. You might think, oh, it's not very long, but I've started something in their life. In Luke 4, where Jesus said he went to Nazareth, where he grew up, and he went into the synagogue and he was reading from the scriptures, as was his custom. He had to develop customs in his life and traditions, and you can do the same with your children. If you're off work and able, that you take them to church in the morning. My grandma Bailey always said there's no good reason to miss a Sunday morning. So we carried that into our life. If we're free, if you're able, if you're not working, we're in church. And if your children see you going to church, they'll follow you. And that's how we'll develop good habits, good beliefs in their life, and that'll help us all stick with the plans he has for us. Thank you so much for joining us today. We just appreciate all your likes, your love, especially your shares. You getting this out to all of your friends. It's such a blessing to us. We love hearing from you. What God's doing in your life encourages us. If you're on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe. If you're on Facebook, like our page, because every week we are bringing you a brand new video to help you stick with the plan.